Microsoft's AI race has a power bill problem, not a small one, not a public relations footnote, a real, physical, who pays for the electricity problem. Here is the part that matters in plain English. Microsoft wants to build enough AI infrastructure to keep up with the demand for models, copilots, coding agents, and every new enterprise AI feature. But TechCrunch reports that the company's own clean power promise is now colliding with that build-out. Microsoft has said that by 2030, it wants to match 100% of its hourly electricity use with clean power on the same grid. Hourly matching is the strict version. It means if a data center is pulling power at 2 a.m., the clean power claim should line up with that same hour, not just with a big solar purchase at noon. That sounds like accounting trivia. It is not. Annual renewable matching is the easier version. A company can buy enough renewable energy over the year to cancel out its annual electricity use on paper. That helped finance a lot of wind and solar. Good. But it can also hide the awkward part. Data centers need power every hour, and the grid still has to balance supply and demand in real time. AI makes that awkward part bigger. Because a normal office building can be efficient, a normal software product can scale without immediately needing a new power plant. But AI data centers are different. They turn demand for intelligence into demand for chips, cooling, land, transmission, and electricity. Lots of electricity, and that is why this becomes a money chess story. If Microsoft keeps the stricter hourly clean power promise, the AI build-out gets harder and more expensive. The company has to line up cleaner energy that actually fits where and when the data centers run. That can mean more batteries, more firm clean power, more grid work, and tougher site selection. If it loosens the promise, the build-out may get easier. But then the cost moves somewhere else. It moves to the climate claim. It moves to local communities worried about pollution, power prices, and water use. It moves to regulators who have to decide whether a new data center is bringing its own clean capacity or just competing with everyone else for electricity. And it moves to trust, because big tech has spent years telling the public a very specific story. Yes, our cloud is huge, but we are making it clean. AI threatens to make that story more expensive to keep telling. TechCrunch notes that Microsoft is still widely seen as a leader on net zero. The company has said it met an annual clean power goal, and it still says it is looking for opportunities to maintain annual matching. Microsoft also has a bigger 2030 target, removing more carbon from the atmosphere than its operations produce. But the tension is obvious. Last month, Microsoft said it was working with Chevron and Engine Number One on a massive natural gas power project in West Texas that could eventually generate up to 5 gigawatts. 5 gigawatts is not a rounding error. It is the kind of number that tells you AI is no longer just a software story. This is infrastructure now, and infrastructure has enemies that product launches do not. Local residents care about their power bills. Utilities care about capacity. Cities care about water. Climate teams care about whether the clean power math is real or just annual bookkeeping. So who wins if Microsoft pushes ahead? Chip suppliers win. Data center builders win. Energy developers win. Especially anyone who can provide reliable power fast. Cloud customers may win too, if more AI capacity means better tools and fewer usage limits. Who gets squeezed? The clean energy promise gets squeezed first, then the local grid, then maybe customers if the real cost of AI compute shows up as higher cloud prices, tighter usage limits, or more expensive AI features. And here is the uncomfortable takeaway. The price of AI is not just the subscription fee you see on the screen. It is also the power contract behind the screen. For investors, that means the AI winners are not just model labs. They are also whoever controls power, land, cooling, chips, and permitting. For companies buying AI, It means cheap intelligence may not stay cheap if the infrastructure bill keeps climbing. And for everyone watching big tech's climate promises, this is the test. Not whether Microsoft can buy enough clean energy on paper, whether the AI boom can grow without quietly pushing the hard costs, electricity, emissions, and local resistance, onto everybody else. That is the real play. AI is still racing forward, but the grid is now sitting across the chessboard.